recommendation by the Committee on Ethics. Joining us now on this show is the Senate Committee Chairman on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions, Senator Neda Umaswen. Thank you very much for joining us, Senator Umaswen. To the morning show.
Thank you very much.
Well, Senator, Senator, I think the question that Nigerians are worried about is fairly straightforward.
I pray that
now this
they said
Ethics and Privileges Committee getting into the matter. What exactly is at stake? Why is it that the main issue that Nigerians are interested in cocodry, sexual, salacious allegations, you know, is not what your committee wants to look into, but rather the issue about sitting position. We need clarification in that regard. And what are the privileges that Senator Akoti Uduaghan may probably be entitled to in terms of privilege? After all, parliamentary work is covered by certain privileges.
Okay, like I said, it is with reluctance that I'm appearing on your show today. You can appreciate that, Dr. Abati, you being a lawyer yourself. I'm the chairman, Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition. And the matter you just spoke about is before me. And so I cannot and I will not comment on such matters, outside the committee hearing, especially when the issue is still before us. You can appreciate why that is the case. What I'm not distinguished Senator Natasha has privileges. Of course she has privileges, just like any other senator. And her privileges will be protected. And she will get a fair hearing in this matter.
Okay, Senator, I don't know whether what you have said is helpful to our viewers, but, you know, the issue is there are two things on the table. Sitting arrangement, if you will enlighten us about that, is it standard practice for the Senate to just don't sit there, we have changed the sitting arrangement, and then this thing about sex in the Senate, cocodry in the Senate. I mean, you can comment generally on that without prejudice.
That's awful. You have to do what you have to do.
Dr. Abati,
because the new country, all this cannot happen.
Please
we'll
go
force
ahead.
to resign. However,
Dr. Abati, again, thank you. The issue of sex in the Senate is already before a law court, I believe. And
however they prove it,
that makes the whole conversation sub judice. I cannot be commenting on any matter that is before a law court of competent jurisdiction. Like I said, that would be sub judice. And as a lawyer myself, I have to respect that privilege that a court has over matters that is before it. So I don't have any opinion on that. I really can't comment on this sex allegation that you're speaking about. On the city arrangement, again, that is the crux of the matter before us in the committee. I can only direct you to Order 6 of our order book, which regulates the activities in the Senate. And it tells you right there that seats are allocated to senators, just like our offices. My office was allocated to me. I didn't have to choose any office. You are sworn in, you come into the National Assembly and you are given your office and your seat arrangements already given to you. And from time to time, of course, anything can happen within the chambers that may necessitate a reallocation of seats. That's all I can say on that matter.
Amazing.
All right, thank you, Senator Maswen. Good to see you on the show. Thanks for your time with us today. So the only the only matter before the court that I'm aware of.
It is, I said 9.
I'll come back.
What did you correct? Amen.
Okay. Senator, please, a couple of things.
Yes.
As you're a lawyer, yes. As regards the sexual harassment matter,
I will do what they have to do.
You also know that case was not a case of defamation filed by the Senate President's wife. It doesn't bother on the determination, you can correct me if I'm wrong, on sexual harassment. The motions I saw
to be above board.
Was as regards stoppage of defamation. That's
how you have to do.
So we can talk generally as regards interplay between male and female senators in the Senate. And I also refer you to the case of Iretiola Kingibe.
What do you think about
which she had a tiff back and forth in the Senate?
To other
to any individual because of their sex. If I were to give you my own experience, there are many occasions that I also would complain, and I do complain. Because there are times I raise up my hands and the Senate President does not recognize me, and he recognizes someone that is behind me, and I'm wondering why is that so. But he cannot entertain every individual or every senator at a sitting who have an opinion on any matter that is on the floor. And so it is his prerogative. I don't believe that he does so because of the sex of the senator. I really do not believe that. The Senate President, in my opinion, which I will give based on what happens on the floor, has not, in my opinion, made any sexual remarks to any of the female senators. And I don't think that any of the female senators have also complained about sexual harassment against him or anybody. We joke a lot in the Senate. I must let you know that. The Senate is not, I don't know how to say it, but the Senate is a place where we all converge to discuss about the matters that affect the country, 1. 2, after a while, having, sit in the Senate for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, you understand that there will be familiarity of some sort where we even call each other by first name. I remember when we first got to the Senate, we addressed each other by Mr. or Miss and so on and so forth. But now we call each other by first name because we see each other every day in the chambers, we sit close to each other, and we also confer with one another. And so if the familiarity is what it is that is considered some sort of harassment, I don't know. But for me, I do not think that that the conduct of the Senate President on the floor is such that is against the female in the chambers. I do not think so.
Speaking as regards the conduct of the Senate President, there was a time before he even became Senate President where he also called for his privileges to be respected in the time where Bukola Saraki was Senate President. And we all saw that on occasion, how it went then. And, the Senate President, too, in the spirit of joke, has also made many very funny jokes. You remember the jokes of prayers to your account or email addresses? Maybe, Senator, you might tell me what those prayers